Today I'll be dealing with your topic chemical sterilization. I have dealt with your physical sterilization in my previous video. Myself Dr. Shamai Beg from Swami Shri Swarupanand Saraswati Mahavidyalaya, Utko Billai. Today we will be talking about the sterilization techniques by various type of chemicals. This topic will be dealt under the synopsis, definition, types, advantages, and conclusion. The definition of the chemical sterilization is no other than the physical sterilization. Only it involves the use of chemical agents. Chemical sterilization is the killing of all viable microorganisms, their spores, using liquids or gas. The method used for chemical sterilization varies with the form of chemicals. Which type of chemicals we are using? Either it may be a liquid chemical or a solid or a gaseous chemical. Chemical sterilization is used when exposure to other methods, for example, heat or radiation, could cause damage to the sterilisant. The most common gases used for sterilization include ethylene oxide, ozone mixed oxides of nitrogen, and chlorine dioxide, and many liquid chemicals such as alcohols, aldehydes, phenols, and halogens. Now, the types of chemical sterilization. The types of chemical sterilization are of two types: the the gas, which can be used as a chemical sterilisant, and the liquid. Gas, we use formaldehyde and ethylene oxide, and in liquid we use alcohol, halogens, phenols, and aldehydes, which we'll be dealing in detail. What is the principle? How these chemicals kills the microorganisms, or what is the mechanism behind the chemical sterilization? In physical sterilization, we have seen that 3 T's are responsible for the killing of microorganisms. In chemical sterilization, the type is TNT type. T means the type of chemical which we are using, and nature of the microorganism, whether it is gram positive, gram negative, or which type of microorganism. And next T is the time required for the microorganism to be killed with that specific chemical. What does this chemical do with the microorganisms to kill, in order to kill the microorganisms or to sterilize the surfactant? They disrupt the plasma membrane, and once the plasma membrane is disrupted, no microbial activity can take place, or no metabolic activity can take place. It causes, some of the chemicals causes denaturation of proteins and enzymes, whereas some chemicals they alter the compounds which are required for the metabolic process, and some of the chemicals they compete for the substrate and hence hinders the metabolism of the microorganisms, and hence the microorganisms get killed. Some of the chemicals they dissolve the lipid layer. For example, when the lipid layer is dissolved, the various activities, various metabolic functions which are taking place in the cells are disrupted, and hence the cells get killed. The removal, some of the microorganisms, they remove the free sulfhydryl group. The TNT means the time, type, nature, and time. Now we will be seeing how the various type of chemicals are used as a chemical sterilant. First of all, we will deal with the phenols and phenolics. The mechanism of action of phenol and phenolics are: they denature the proteins and disrupt the cell membrane. They are used as disinfectants in hospitals and laboratories, and they are very effective against the gram-positive bacteria. For example, crysols, xylenols, bisphenol, lysol, etc. Second is the halogens. Halogens, chloride and iodine, which are very reactive, and the chlorine is used as a disinfectant for water, and iodine, tincture iodine, is used as an antiseptic for wounds. They disrupt the plasma membrane. Some examples of the halogens which are used as a sterilizant are sodium hypochlorite, iodophores, Clorox, and Purex. Third type of chemicals is the alcohols. They denature the proteins and they cause the lipid dissolution. They are used as disinfectant and antiseptics for in hospitals and in daily routine also for disinfecting the thermometers, instruments, and for swabbing when injection is being given. Doctors swab your skin to remove the microorganisms present there with the help of 70% to 90% alcohol. The alcohols are very effective against the bacteria, against the fungi. Some common alcohols are the ethanol and the isopropanol. Aldehydes. Aldehydes, they inactivate the protein and nucleic acids, and they are used as a disinfectant and chemical sterilants. For example, formaldehyde and glyceraldehyde. We use formalin to disinfect our labs, microorganisms, where the study of the microorganisms is done. Hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide is nowadays used as a sterilisant because it works as it produces the free radicals, which are very toxic, and they causes the harm to the cells. They are used against wounds, scrapes, or abrasions. The best thing of using hydrogen peroxide as a sterilisant is that it does not end with any toxic product. Dyes are also used as a chemical sterilisant. They combine with DNA and halt the RNA synthesis. Once the RNA synthesis stops, no protein production, that means no metabolic activity takes place, and the cell finally, or the microorganisms finally dies. They are used as antiseptics and are valuable, very valuable against the gram-positive bacteria rather than the gram-negative bacteria. For example, malachite green, crystal violet, acridine dyes, triphenylmethane dyes are used commonly. Acids. Acids are the next sterilisant which acts by disrupting the plasma membrane. They are used as disinfectant, antiseptics, and also as food preservatives. Benzoic acid, example benzoic acid and salicylic acid, which are used as disinfectant and antiseptics, and lactic acid and acetic acids are used as food preservatives. Heavy metals. Heavy metals are also used as disinfectants by the function, their mechanism of action is the oligodynamic action. A common experiment if we can do, if a plate is growing with microorganisms, if we take a coin of silver or a copper coin and we put it there, the microorganisms around that coin stops growing, which shows that they are acting as a chemical sterilisant by the oligodynamic action. Some common heavy metals which are used are mercury, iron, etc. Mercury, silver, etc. Copper, silver, etc. HgCl2 is used. Copper sulfate is used to kill the algae in the swimming pools. AgNO3, 1% of AgNO3 is used as eye drops and burns. Another important chemical are the quarks. What are these quarks? Quarks are the quaternary ammonium compounds. Detergents are organic molecules that, these are the detergents of organic molecules that serve as wetting agents and emulsifiers. They are positively charged cationic disinfectants and very effective against cleansing agents. They disrupt the cell membrane and denature the protein. For example, benzalkonium chloride and cetylpyridinium chloride. Now comes the another type. These were the liquids which we are using as the chemical sterilisant. Now the gaseous sterilization. The gas which we use for sterilisant, the common gas is ethylene oxide. The very heat sensitive atoms such as plastic, petri dishes, syringes, such as heart-lung machines, components, and catheters are sterilized with the help of ethylene oxide. The mechanism of action is they denature the protein, and they kills the cells as well as the spores. It is very explosive. The ethylene oxide is very explosive, and it is usually supplied in 10 to 20% concentration mixed with carbon dioxide or dichloro-difluoromethane. For ethylene oxide, when we are using the ethylene oxide, it can take 5 to 8 hours. When the temperature is 39 degrees Celsius, it takes 3 to 4 hours to kill all the cells and the spores when the temperature is 54 degrees Celsius. The another gas which is commonly used is beta propyolactone. They are used for very heat sensitive items, and they kills both the cells and the spores. By using these chemicals, we can attain a sterilized area, or we can sterilize the surface from or free from them and free from them from the microorganisms. These chemicals for sterilizations which we are using should have the following properties. They should have a very wide spectrum. It means that they should be able to kill the microorganisms from the gram positive as well as the gram negative bacteria and other microorganisms too, like the algae, fungi, viruses, etc. They should have very speedy action, should be stable and have high penetrating power. They should be non-corrosive, non-toxic if absorbed into the circulation. They should not interfere with the healing. They should not cause local irritation. They should be cheap, easily available and easy to use. Thank you very much for listening to my video and topic. If you have any query, you can contact me on my WhatsApp number 99774 or you can email at my email ID shamaadaig@gmail.com. Save life, clean your hand, stay safe, stay at home. Thank you very much.